Hello folks, this is Sula again, and you're watching a commentary video on League of Legends, this one featuring Cho'Gath. Right at the end of the last video, Mookie was able to score another kill on Heimerdinger, the other team's Heimerdinger. That was actually the third such kill that he had managed to get on Heimer. So Mookie has gotten 3 kills on their Heimer. Their Heimer player has taken 3 deaths, and so that means that Mookie has completely won the middle lane. You can see it in the farming stats. He's also out-farmed Heimer by more than 2-1, which is really bad. Heimer needs farm to be effective. If Heimer ever is unable to farm, he's basically completely useless in the game. So anyway, we are doing really well in the middle lane, and that a lot of that has to do with the fact that their Heimer just did not take any escape skills, which really meant that he had an uphill battle against Mookie Xinjiao, and clearly he's lost that. Anyway, I was trying to come up here to the middle lane to help out, but clearly we don't need more help because we are able to score a kill there with ease, and it looks like our 3 champs are going to be able to push on that middle lane tower. In the meantime, I'll go back here and try to continue farming here with Atlas, with just nothing else better to do at the moment. Here comes Jax again, but we're not particularly worried about him. I'm going to make sure to get my silence off on him, kill a minion, and get my silence off on Jax. One thing that I should mention is because this is the first time I've played Cho'Gath, I don't really have a great sense so far about how to farm minions with his Vorpal spines. And like right there, you saw me turn off the spines because you're at the tower. I didn't want to draw aggression. Although, of course, as we attack Jax, we end up drawing aggression anyway. But, oh well. Atlas pops his ultimate, so he'll be regenerating health back again. And the two of us are just going to continue farming for the moment until we see something better to do. Like right there, did you notice I got 150 health back just from killing those 3 minions? So again, as Cho'Gath starts to get farmed up a little bit, and his skills start doing more damage as you increase in level, he can become just almost unkillable. As he can, every time he kills minions, he gets health back, he gets mana back. So, especially now that I have a catalyst, I'm going to get health and mana back every time I level up. So, even though it's 2v1 here, I'm not really worried. I'm not concerned at all about these guys killing me. As long as I play defensively, try to hit them with Rupture. Like right there, I hit Jax and kill a minion, which is what I'm going for. And they're going to push the lane forward too. So like right there, just 1 Rupture and 1 Silence, and look how much damage that Jax has taken. And meanwhile, I continue to get health and mana back with every minion kill. So I can stay in this lane just about forever, even though it is 2v1. I just have to make sure that I don't get stunned by Jax, that's all. Anyway, as far as what's going on elsewhere, it looks like they have 2 enemy champs pushing mid. The rest of them are missing. Jax, we think, is still down here. The rest of them are missing. Not a whole lot going on in this game at the moment. Just seem to be sort of in a farming phase right now. People are healing, people are buying items. As long as I'm alone down here, I'm just going to concentrate on trying to get minion kills. Now that I see Garen coming back, let's see, I'm going to come up here and go after the wolf camp just while my lane pushes out. I want to get up to my max feast stacks. I have 5 right now. If I eat 1 more minion, I'll be maxed out on feast stacks. So I'm going to come up here and eat one of the wolves, and now I'm maxed out on feast stacks. Notice how big Cho'Gath gets too. His character sprite actually becomes really, really huge as he eats more and more minions. So when you're at the full 6 stacks, you're this big scary void monster. That can be good and bad in some ways. It can be good because it means that the other enemy team will be targeting you sometimes, even if they don't want to, just because your character sprite is so big. It can be bad also a lot of the time, though, if you're trying to dodge things like Morgana's Dark Binding or Lux's Similar Binding. It can be hard to avoid them just because you're so freaking big, you can't get out of the way a lot of the time. So pluses and minuses. It does mean that you're going to be drawing a lot of aggression. If you want to do that, then it's a good thing. If you don't want to, it's maybe not such a good thing. Anyway, still alone down here, still farming up. What I want to do right now is push these minions up to the tower, along with Voice of Unreason. We're going to push them up to the tower so that they'll get eaten by the tower. And then with our lane push forward, that means we're going to be pretty safe to go forward and try to score another dragon. So with a bunch of them mid, as long as we have visibility on them mid, and as long as we have visibility on Garen down there in the bottom lane, we're pretty safe to do this. We also have a smite on Warwick. The enemy team doesn't have a jungler, so they have no smite. And we also have my feast, so we can go feast then smite, and we can kill the dragon very easily. Now, that is one bad sign. Well, not bad sign for us, but sort of bad sign for being an interesting game is their Jax player just disappears here. And so we'll have to wait to see if he reconnects. Anyway, with Heimer pushing forward there so aggressively, we think we have a chance to go after him and get a kill. So I'm going to put my Rupture behind them. And, oh, I just miss out on the Rupture, and Cole misses out on the Swain binding skill. Don't know what it's called off the top of my head. If we had hit on either one of them, that would pretty much have been a guaranteed kill 4-on-2. So I think the placement was actually pretty good, but unfortunately I did just miss on that. So, oh well. Maybe I could have used my exhaust, but I think they were already a little bit behind us. There I'm just going to use my silence on them and then back off. I don't really need to heal here, but I'm out of mana, so I'm going to go back anyway. And now Mookie's coming down from top lane, so we're going to have middle lane covered pretty well anyway. Here, I noticed that I could pick up Banshee's Veil, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. Why go Banshee's Veil here? Well, their team was very heavy on magic damage. If you look at their team, you can see they have Scion, they have Heimer, the people who are the ones who are doing the damage. I mean, they did have some attack damage champs, but like that Jax wasn't doing anything. I wasn't worried about him, so I wanted to grab a Banshee's Veil for the magic resist. I'm also building Merc Tread, so I'm essentially building tank. My thought was I'll go Banshee's Veil first, then after that I'll try to build Death Cap for some ability power. Death Cap in and of itself would take me up to about 200 ability power, maybe a little bit more than that, and that'll be enough to be enough of a threat that people have to pay attention to me. And then after that I can build more tank. Even with all the minions attacking me, I just don't care. I'm Cho'Gath. I already have 2,500 life at level 11, and I have 110 magic resist. So I am not intimidated by Shen at the least. We can just stand here and attack each other, and there's just no way he's going to be able to kill me. Particularly because I'm going to keep getting life back every time I kill minions. So you can see, I mean, he himself is pretty tanky. He's got a Doran shield. He has Merc Treads as well. He's got Aegis of the Legion, so he's pretty tanky as well. But there's just nothing that he's going to be able to do to me. I keep getting life back every single time I kill these minions. So I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. You want to fight this Shen? Come on, let's go here. I'm not intimidated by you, Shen. Even though I'm at half health, I still have 1,400 life. So as neither one of us is going to kill the other one at this point. So I can just concentrate on farming here, going back and forth. He's not even using, you can see he's not even using his skills on me because he's just not intimidated in the least. And I'm sort of slowly winning this battle, slowly wearing him down and pushing this lane back. So I'm content to let this go on for as long as he's willing to keep fighting. Anyway, there's a team fight going on in the middle lane while this is taking place, and Shen is ulting into that fight, or he's about to. However, it doesn't look like it's going to matter. You can see Atlas gets a kill on their Heimer player. Again, if I could move the camera on this replay, if we had a true replay system, I'd go and show you that. So we were able to pick up 2 kills there. Their Shen wasn't able to save Heimer. And so with them down in the bottom lane, or everybody else middle, I'm just going to keep pushing this lane. Although I stupidly get hit by the tower when I don't mean to, so that was pretty dumb. And anyway, no one's up here to defend this tower, so I'm just going to take this uncontested by the enemy team. One more hit, and down it goes. So that will catch us up with the tower and top lane that they took earlier in the game when they had that 2v1. Let's see. Now, with the rest of the team coming over from mid and going through the jungle there, we're just going to continue pushing. And again, even though I've been in this lane like forever, I really haven't lost any health at all, just because of my Catalyst and because of Cho'Gath's Carnivore passive. So with all 5 of us here, we're going to push on this tower and see what they do in terms of coming to defend it. Now, I miss on the Rupture there, but then I get a silence off on Shen. Over here, I wanted to use my exhaust to try to feast Heimer, but before I could even get over to Heimer, he gets killed by the rest of the team. So I actually did get Rupture in the right spot there, but it didn't even matter. Heimer just died before I could even get over to do much of anything. Anyway, let's see. So while that was going on, Voice of Unreason was killed by their Shen, though. He was taking aggression from the tower. There, I'm going to silence them and pull aggression on the tower, which was my goal, so that it wouldn't be shooting at other people on my team. While that's going on, though, take a lot of damage, and now I do want to back out of here. I don't want to get killed. I don't want to lose my feast stacks. So looks like this battle's just about over, so I'm going to pull out of here. I thought someone was chasing me. It turned out nobody was, so that's an unnecessary ghost. Waste of a summoner skill there. Oh, I did manage to exhaust someone before we got out of there. So we trade a couple of deaths for a couple of deaths. I think that that was pretty even between the two teams there. But we also managed to almost get the kill, almost managed to get down that tower. So overall, probably slight benefit to our side. All right, I'm going to buy a Blasting Wand. Again, I'm trying to build towards Death Cap here. You can see the stats. You can see Mookie is very, very fed. He's got Ghost Blade. Now he's picked up, is that Sword of the Divine, I think? Not 100% sure. Sorry if I said the wrong one. I'm starting to get farmed up. I'm over 100 minion kills as well. Pulled my level up to 13, so I'm starting to get a bit of a leveling advantage over the enemy team as well. And I'm just putting myself in a position where I'm going to be very tanky and very, very hard to kill as this game continues to go forward. I mean, you can see I'm already at 2,800 health. By the time when I hit level 16 and get another point in Cho'Gath's ultimate, I'll be well over 3,000 health. And from here, I'm just going to build ability power, go for Death Cap next, and well, see what happens after that. Like you can see, I do pretty good damage to that Scion, despite the fact that I've been building almost purely tank so far. Anyway, we are waiting to see if they'll overextend here. I'm going to try to rupture behind him, and you can see Cole tries to bind behind that guy as well. Meanwhile, Scion is just running off to suicide, apparently. Atlas is going to get the kill there, so it's like, well, that was a rather strange play, to say the least. Now we're going to go after Heimer here next. You can see we hit Binding, we hit Rupture, and we blow him up, but they've already surrendered, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, this game was over. Their Jax player had not come back after missing, so between that and with Mookie being so fed, this game ends. Anyway, this was not a good game. This was really a terrible game. The main reason why I'm casting this is because it was my first game with Cho'Gath. I wanted to show a different champion here. So I'm not trying to pretend that I did anything particularly spectacular to win this game. The reason why we won this game is because Mookie just crushed their Heimer. You can see 7-0 versus 1-6. I mean, that was the difference in the game, let's be honest. And the rest of the team played very solidly as well. You can see Atlas played solidly. Cull held the 1v2 lane for a long time, and although Voice of Unreason's numbers don't look great, he was able to control the jungle, and he was able to help us get a couple of kills in middle lane early on, and then in bottom lane later. So anyway, as I said, the main reason I wanted to cast this game, not because it had some great innate value, but just because I wanted to showcase a game with Cho'Gath, wanted to show things a little bit differently, and wanted to talk about another new champ. I do like Cho'Gath. I'm going to try playing a little bit more with him when our team needs a tank, and I think that let me know what you guys think about my build. I think it was pretty solid, but maybe some of you have played Cho'Gath, and you can tell me what I did right or wrong. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys again later.